Hello friends, welcome back and we are live now. Before we start, we have a disclaimer. This video is just for educational purpose. So before getting into any trade, make sure you know the disclaimer and you are consulting your financial advisor. Here I am not going to provide any buy or sell recommendation. These are my personal opinion, these are my personal view that I am going to share during the market. So with that, let's get started. So as we can see, today we opened higher. Nifty is trading somewhere around 15,770. And in the last video, we discussed 15,700 is going to be our near-term resistance. So if in case we open higher than that, then we wait for price action to settle down. Otherwise, after this gap up, there might be some profit booking, unlikely where we can see right now. So we have to wait to settle down. So right now, if it sustains 15,750 for at least 5 minutes, then we can consider getting into a fresh trade. Moving forward, as we see here, Bank Nifty seems to be very volatile and we open higher. And here as well, we have to wait for price action to settle. But as of now, those who are into option selling, they can consider selling their option at 35,000 level. 35,000 per contract, they can consider selling as of now. It seems to be a good support for us. But those who are into option buying, they have to wait until 920. As here we can see, there will be some profit booking coming from 35,300 levels. Let me just refresh this page. By that time, if you have any query regarding your trade, then you can consider asking us in our live chat. Let me refresh this one also. So guys, in the last video we have suggested you for few trades in the cash market. Those are Tata Steel, Venus, DLF and JSL. So over here you can see Tata Steel is just reclaimed as a reclaimed 250, and coming back to granules, here also we can see it is trading almost flat, and coming back to DLF, here we can see it is trading around 303. So here also we are in profits, and JSL, it is trading at 4% upside after opening. So let me open this one. So coming back to Bank Nifty, here as I already told you, option seller can consider selling options, put options at 35,000 and 35,100 for right now. But over here, as we can see, there is some huge selling pressure. Surprisingly, it might be due to some huge call writing. So guys, at 35,300, as you can see, there are more call writers, and because of this huge call writing, we have observed this kind of sharp selling just now. But option sellers, you don't have to worry. You can still consider selling your options at 35,000 levels and 35,100. So option buyers, don't get into a fresh trade because we are still consolidating after opening. We have to wait for 35,050 to be reclaimed so that we can consider getting into a fresh trade. And this one is for option buyers. So guys, let me open this one, the option chain. So as for the option chain, we have a huge put writing at 35,000, as I already told you to go short on this one. So it could be a good opportunity for you to sell options, put option at 35,000 level right now. And coming back to Nifty, here we have at 15,768 we are trading right now, but still we are trading below the opening candle. The high it made was around 15,777. So we have to reclaim those levels in case we are expecting more upside. So it might be moving sideways for the next few minutes. And coming back to Nifty, like every single day, wherever we can observe some gap up or gap down opening. After that, it seems to be moving sideways, and today is also the same case. So guys, as for now, consider option selling rather than option buying, because in this kind of sideways market you should not go for option buying, because premiums will fluctuate and you will not get any profit out of it. Coming back to Nifty, open interest versus strike. Here we have a huge call on money at 15,700, and because of that market is moving higher. So traders, it is good for option sellers because we opened too high. Here also I'll tell you, do not go for option buying because upside is limited. So you can consider selling the put option at 15,700. So guys, let me refresh this one also. If you have any questions, you can ask. Coming back to Nifty, here we are still trading around 15,776. That seems to be our day's high. At 15,729, we made a high. So upside seems to be limited at 15,800. So traders, as the upside is limited, you should consider selling some put options for getting into some profit. So coming back to BANKNIFTY, as I already told you, you can consider going for short selling at 35,000 and 35,100 put contracts that you can consider selling, because market seems to be volatile and it is trying to sustain the levels of 35,250 as of now. That seems to be our support for today, because mostly we are trading above that level. So traders, as of now, those who are into option selling, they're in a very good profit. As I already told you, at this option 35,000 for options, here we can see almost 40% profit on premium level. And coming back to 35,100 put selling, here also we can see almost 30 to 35% profit. Here as well. So coming back to our OI versus strike plot, here we still have at 15,750. We have a huge call on money. Because of that, we're still sustaining 15,750, and because of this, as I already told you, you can consider selling options at 15,700 put contract. And let's just check. BANKNIFTY, here our future levels are at 35,464, and here on the spot level we are trading around 25,299, and because of that we can consider some selling pressure at high levels. So guys, still you can consider selling options, put options at 35,000 and 35,100. And in case you have any questions, you can consider asking over here in the live chat. So guys, let me just check how our cash trades are performing. Tata Steel. Last time we told you for a long position in intraday. So here we have made high around 254.9, and after that there is some selling pressure, but still we are trading well above last close. Next one is my news. Once again we can see some short covering. Because of that it is trading well above 370. So guys, here we have made high around 376.1, and after that let me just check here and JSL. So guys, DLF is moving higher with a strong bullish momentum. It opened around 302.95 and made a high at 305.3 for now, and it will move even higher. Let me just check JSL. Here we have a huge upside and we are making high around 128.8, and because of that here 129.5. So those who have taken this trade, they might be in a very good profit of 5-6%. The traders here in Nifty and BANKNIFTY, we are still consolidating after a huge gap of opening. So because of that, I still suggest you to not go for option buy, and you can consider selling options that I've already told you. You can consider entering those trades, but right now if you are entering, then make sure you're consulting your financial advisor. So those who have already entered around 9:15 or 9:16 or 17, they can consider trailing their stop loss both for Nifty and BANKNIFTY. For BANKNIFTY, I suggested you to short sell 35,000 and 35,100 put contracts, and for Nifty, I suggested you to short sell 15,700 put contracts. So those who have already taken and those are in a very good profit, they can consider trailing their stop loss so that they can maximize their profit in case they can protect the profit in case there is some unexpected move in the market. So guys, still we can consider selling options because we are in a consolidation phase in both Nifty and BANKNIFTY. So guys, let me just check the option chain. So still in the option chain we can see some consolidation in the premium level. So those who are in booking their maximum profit right now, at least they should consider booking half of their position right now. BANKNIFTY, I suggested you to go short on 35,000 and 35,100 put contracts. So guys, you can consider booking your profit in case you have taken those trade. And moving forward to Nifty, here we have at 15,700 we have a huge put writing. Because of that, we are still trading above 15,750. So traders, those who have taken this trade, they can consider booking their profit as well. Make sure you are reaching stop loss to your entry level, and make sure you are booking your at least 50% of the position. Remaining 50% you can still keep with yourself in case you want that. So guys, if you have any query, you can still ask us. I'll be very happy to answer them. And yeah, coming back to BANKNIFTY, there's some selling pressure and we are at the verge of some breakout. So this bearish breakdown could cause some serious selling pressure, could result in a serious selling pressure, but we have to see whether Bank Nifty could sustain 35,250 or not. As of now, I already told you to book a profit for 35,000 and 35,100 put contracts. So those who have already taken those trades, they can consider booking a profit. On remaining position, they can consider trailing the stop loss, because due to selling pressure, we might see some upside in the premium. So guys, it seems like we are still consolidating, and at 35,150 we can expect some short covering as of now. And Nifty, here also we have 15,750 levels intact as of now. So traders, if you have any query regarding your cash trades or option trades, you can consider asking over here. So just like last Saturday, I told you to go long on this one since it's still less. So right now it is not time to make an entry. So those who are taking their trade, they should consider booking their profit. And in case you want to know when we are executing our trade and you want to know the proper entry or exit levels in the live market, then you can consider joining our elite group of this pro traders. And that could be possible through Discord group. So you can find those videos in every video, every intraday watch this video. You can go and check that. So as of now, both Nifty and Bank Nifty seems to be making a low around its base low. So previously we have seen at 15,700 Bank Nifty was showing some support, getting some support, and because of that we are expecting some short covering at this level. Similarly, talking about Bank Nifty, here also at 35,250 there is some support, and because of that, due to short covering, we are moving higher. So traders, those who have taken a trade at 35,000 and 35,100 put side on the short side, they should consider booking their profit. Once again, I am telling them to book their profit and make sure they are trailing their stop loss continuously. For Nifty option sellers, I already told them to go short for 15,700 put contract, so they consider booking their profit as well. At least 50% position they can consider book, and on remaining 50% they should consider trailing their stop loss. So guys, talking about a person stock, that is Expiry. Here we are approaching the 50 side, so here it might be a very good momentum that you can expect, and because of that, stock might touch 500 levels in next few trading session. So it is up to you whether you have the stock in your portfolio or not, but you can consider trying some intraday trades in this kind of stock as well. So guys, market seems to be range bound, both Nifty and Bank Nifty after a huge gap of opening, and because of that, option buyers, I will still suggest you to not go for any kind of option buying. In case you are going for that, then make sure you are trading the stop loss, because premiums will be volatile, and due to that, you will not. There is a high possibility that your stop loss might get hit, or else you will not get into some good amount of profit, because market seems to be range bound. So guys, here we have our OI change versus strike data, and here as well, as we can see at 15,700, more and more call for mining is happening. Because of that, we can expect a support level at around 15,700 as of now. And come back to Bank Nifty, the future levels are falling, and right now we are trading around 35,450. Still, we can see at 35,300 levels, more and more call writers are there. And because of that, our spot levels are also trading at around 35,324 levels. So any moment if any selling pressure comes, we can expect some downside below 35,300. So still, those who have their option selling position open, then consider upgrading their stop loss for 35,000 and 35,100 put contracts. So traders, we will wait for 35,350 levels to be reclaimed, and then only we can consider getting into some option buying trade. In that case, if it sustains above 35,350 for at least 2 to 3 minutes, then we can go for 35,300 call contract on long sale. So right now we can see some strong bullish momentum. By the time, let me just check if someone is any query. No. Okay. So we should wait for 35,350 levels to be reclaimed, and at least for 2 to 3 minutes it has to sustain that. In that case, we can go for a long trade at 35,300 call contract with call contract. But before that, those who have their option selling position open, they should consider booking their profit right now, in case they haven't done that. So traders, as you can see, at 35,320 we can observe some selling pressure. Because of that, any moment we could reach 35,300. So don't go for those option buy trade. We have to wait for 35,350 levels to be reclaimed, and after that it has to sustain those levels as well for fresh entry that we are considering. So coming back to Nifty, here we have 15,750 levels intact, and we are trading 12 of that at 15,765. So those who have 15,700 put options open on the sell side, they should consider booking their profit. At least they should trail the stop loss as per the trade entry level, so that they could make sure that they will not end up losing their profit. So guys, here we have 30,345 levels. So once we reclaim 35,350, we have to prepare for 35,300 call on long side. We have to go for that. We can consider going for that trade as well. But before that, if it shows a consolidation around 35,350, then we have to wait for a clear confirmation. So by that time, in case you have any query, you can ask us. I'll be trying to answer that. So as a scalp trader, you should make sure that you are booking your profit on time, and another point is also mandatory that you have to trade as well. So let me just check why we are getting some selling pressure. So right now at 35,300, we have more call writers. Change in call writers is more than the change in put writers, and because of that, market is facing some selling pressure. So traders, those who are into option selling, I have already suggested 2 trades for you at 35,000 and 35,100 on short side. Right now you can consider taking a profit and trade your stop loss in those trades as well. So it seems like we have not reached those level, that is 35,750, to go for a long side trade, and those are for, that is for option buyers. So we have to wait until we get those levels taken up. So guys, any queries you can ask us. By that time I will update this page, refresh this page. Option sellers, as you can see, at 35,000 still we have a huge put writing. So those who have taken that trade, they can consider holding that, and by this time they should have booked at least half of their profit. So far we have seen some short covering, call unwinding at 15,700 levels, and because of that, and at higher level, that is at 15,750, we have more put writers. So Nifty still good, sustain 15,750 levels. And coming back to Bank Nifty, here we can see more and more put writers are coming so far as compared to the call writers, and because of that we are still consolidating in between 35,300 and 35,350. So guys, inquiries you can ask us at the time. Let me just check how our cash trades are performing. So over here, those who have taken granules, DLF or JSL trades for Intraday, they should consider booking their profit by now. And coming back to Tata Steel, if market sustains at current level, then we can expect some short covering and it could move up. In that time, by that time, you have to find some good opportunity. Generally, you should go for a fresh trade in that. Still we are consolidating, so option sellers keep booking profit for 35,000 and 35,100 put contract on short side. You have to consider booking your profit. Don't wait for way to capture the entire book. So traders, as you can see, we are just approaching 35,350. We have to sustain this level for at least a minute, and in that case only we can consider buying 35,300 call contract. That's a weekly contract on long side. So far it seems to be not happening, and multiple times after retesting 35,350, we are facing some selling pressure out there. Because of that, we should not go for option buy at 35,300 as of now. So traders, if you are enjoying our live stream so far, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell, and make sure you are part of our Telegram group. Still we are range bound in between 35,250 and 35,350, so there is much more fun. So guys, so far we have entered two trades. Those are option selling for option buying, we have to see some good momentum. There should be some trend visibility so that we can get into a trade and cover profit. Unless that happens, you should consider more fun option selling rather than getting into option buying. So once again, we are into a good bullish momentum. Let us see whether this time we can sustain 35,050 or not. So guys, Nifty is trying to consolidate around 15,750. So that's why I already told you to book a profit for 15,700 put contract on selling side if you are taking that, and make sure you are trading the stop loss, because unlike we saw this kind of sideways trend, premiums will fluctuate and you will end up losing your profit as well. So this time it seems like we can sustain 35,350. Let's just wait for a few seconds. If in next 30 seconds we can sustain this level, then we can consider buying 35,300 call contract. So it seems like we can sustain this level. So plus you can go for 35,300 call contract this time. On long side you have to go. So this is for option buys. 35,300 call contract you can go for a long side trade. It seems like it is going to consolidate for next few minutes around this level. So we were expecting for a good upside, but right now, as per the candles are suggesting, we could consider some sideways movement in BANKNIFTY. So we have to wait for next few minutes so that we can, whether we have to exit or we have to continue, we can consider that. We can make our mind and continue our trade. So we are approaching our days high as of now. That is around 35,374. So in case we are reclaiming 35,400, then you have to trade your stop loss to your entry level. So far, if you are in profit, then also you can consider doing that, trading your stop loss to your entry level. And this one is for option buyers that I'm telling you. So guys, Nifty is also showing some consolidation. So today as well, there is no clear trend visibility. That's why we are trading sideways. And coming back to Bank Nifty, here we have some short covering. Because of that, we are trading about 35,350. But over here also, there is more of a sideways momentum that we can observe. So here we are moving below 30,350. So those who have traded their stop loss, if their stop loss hits, then they have to move out of this trade. Because today as well, option buying seems to be very tricky. So right now, as you can see, at 35,300, still we have put writers, and those are coming at good rate. Because of that, any moment we could regain these levels, that is 35,350. So those are not placed their stop loss, they can consider holding this position for the next few minutes as well. In case you are a scalp trader, then by this time you have to exit your position because your trading stop loss might have gone by 5. The trading levels are considered. So as I told you, due to higher put writing than earlier, we are expecting 35,350 levels to be cleared. So scalp traders, if your trades are still active, then you can hold that. Or in case you, because of your trading stop loss, your stop loss got triggered, then once again you can consider getting into this trade. At 35,300, cause it, you can go long. So traders, here we are going to push 35,400, and in that case you have to book your profit and you have to trade your stop loss as well. So traders, get ready to book your profit on 35,300 call contract that you just went long. So it seems like due to some selling pressure, you might expect some downside. So just so far, you might be in a good profit. So consider playing the stop loss. So you could book your profit in case there is some unexpected selling pressure.